Ayan, good evening everyone. This is just a short meeting of what we are going to have in terms of our investigatory project. So in order for you to familiarize the structure and the things to consider when preparing a proposal for the science investigatory project, just sit back and relax po. Let me try to share my screen. Ayan. Ayan po. So I'm hoping that you can see my screen. This is an example of a likha proposal made from the previous years. You'll start your paper by your project title. You cannot start your investigatory project without your title, of course. Your title must be in a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and then time-bounded. So, kailangan po sa project title pa lang, kitang-kita na po na very specific po kung saan papunta yung inyong science investigatory projects. Okay po. So, after that, you have to proceed with the project proponents kung sino-sino po yung inyong mga kagrupo. Ayan, naandyan po. Alimbawa, yan po yung previous years po namin na competitors. And then, of course, yung region ninyo and then school natin, division and then grade level. Project durations, usually ang linalagay po natin dito ay 6 months. And then, of course, each of the email addresses that are coming from the project proponents that you have here, kailangan po natin ilagay yung mga email addresses as well as the contact numbers. Alright, so after that, sa number 2 po natin dito na area, you're going to classify whether physical, life science, robotics, or mathematics yung inyong pagpupukusan ng topic. Most specifically, that is anchored on your research title na andun po sa pinakataas ninyo. And then, tingnan natin kung individual ba siya or by team. Kasi ang iba sa inyo ay gumagawa ng individual, ang iba rin po ay by team. Meaning to say, two or less, dalawang estudyante ang kailangan po natin dito sa team. And then, of course, number 4, ito po yung theme. Ang theme po ay kung saan po napapaloob yung inyong mismong science investigatory project. What particular area? Halimbawa, food safety ba? Water conservation ba? Renewable energy ba? Cybersecurity ba? And so many other options here. Now, if those options are not available, kindly state it on the others na andyan po. Please specify. So you have to specify the different theme that you are going to have. So that is coming from the part of page 1. Sa page 2 po makikita ninyo dito sa example natin ay yung pinaka-executive summary. So probably under executive summary, you're not yet going to introduce here the findings because this is just a proposal. What you're going to do is to include um, every detail, sabihin nating most essential detail, but not to exceed at least 200 words. Okay po, most na po pala yan. Most 200 words na po yan. So, meaning to say po, kapag sumobra dyan ay siguradong mag-disqualify po yan. And of course, ito po yung introduction natin. Introduction of your research paper or your investigatory project that would start with the general going to specific. So you're going to define here your main variables of your study or the central part of your study, usually starting with the generalized one, going to specified one. Because a specified one, you're now going to start linking your current project on how can it improve or how can it be adapted to the real life scenarios. Okay po. So, another thing is of course yung rationale ninyo. Rationale can be done through a paragraph form or by bullet form po ata. Ayan. Sa rationale naman po, kailangan po natin dito yung pinaka-significance ng study natin. Kanino po ba siya magiging beneficial? Kanino po ba siya magiging fruitful? Sa mga tao po ba? Sa mga estudyante? Sa mga different kinds or sort of people? So, yun po yung ating kailangan ilagay sa rationale po natin. Masyadong mahaba po sa rationale, ah. Okay, ganyan lang, oh, na 6.1 na yan. And then, of course, ito po yung scientific basis or theoretical underpinnings or frameworks or mathematical theory involved ng inyong investigatory project. We're going to cite here different theories that you can see that is related to your study or to your investigatory project. This is essential in order for you to have the basic foundations of where your research is coming from. Okay po. So, kailangan po natin dito ng scientific basis. Ano ba tong research ko? Saan ba to patungo? Parang ganun. So, kailangan nyo po dito i-elaborate or i-discuss kung ano yung mga foundations na ginawa po ninyo or sabihin natin research po ninyo para mag-come up kayo with that kind of title or with that kind of problem. And then of course, your general objectives. Sa objectives naman, ayan, meron tayong general and then a specific. Sa specific po, nakaano po yan, numerical. And then sa general naman, ito yung kabuuran ng specific objectives. Ayan, bibigay po namin itong research structure sa inyong mga GC na lang, ha. Okay. Another thing is of course itong mga review of related literatures as well as studies. So if ever there are related studies and then literature, you're going to place it under number 7 po. Ayan po, nakikita po natin yung number 7, no? Kailangan po cite po siya ng 7th edition din po, yung APA citation din po. Kailangan kapag nagka-copy tayo or kaya nagre-rephrase or paraphrase po tayo, kailangan po nakasite po siya sa mga references po natin sa pinaka dulo ng ating papel. Later on, papakita ko sa inyo. Right? And then of course, ito po yung number 8 natin, ang materials or kaya yung pinaka-methodology po natin. So what are those materials that you are going to use in order for you to accomplish or in order for you to start your project or your investigatory project? Kailangan po natin dito malagay. And then of course, yung methods po ninyo, paano nyo po gagawin yan. And kailangan din po natin meron tayong outline description, okay po, of the project. So, ayan, kahit kaunti lang, i-describe nyo lang po yung ano ninyo, paano gagawin yung project ninyo. And of course, your conceptual framework, the common conceptual framework that we have here, of course, yung input, process, output lang. So sa input ninyo, ano yung mga kinakailangan yung gamit, materials, or other variables that are involved in your study. Sa process din po ninyo, kailangan nyo yung step-by-step procedures na kailangan nyo pong gawin. And then of course, sa output po ninyo, ano yung sa tingin ninyong kakaresultahan ng inyong research paper. And then of course, yung expected outputs and then potential impact ng inyong science investigatory project. Halimbawa, meron din tayo sa health and safety, economic, and number 10 here is of course your work plan and target deliveries or deliverables ang tawag dito. So you're going to indicate here the different things that you have to make, such as the program, the objectives, strategies, persons involved, time frame, and then expected outputs or then outcome. So sa program dito, based on our example, we have here the biodiesel. Usually this is the creation of biodiesel. Then they have the specific objective here, reduce improper waste disposal, and then so on, so forth po yan. Okay po. And of course, ito po yung pinaka-Gantt chart natin. Palakihin lang po natin, ha. Sa Gantt chart po, we are going to indicate here the start date, the end date, the description, the duration, and of course, the different things that must be done in order for you to accomplish this study. So, kailangan nyo po ito i-accomplish. Mag-shade lang naman po kayo dito. Halimbawa, dito sa example po natin, merong data gathering, procurement of materials, and so on, so forth. So far, that's all. Kasi ito na po yung pinaka-references. For all of those cited materials na nasa introduction nyo or kaya literature review po ninyo, ay dapat na andito rin po yung mga references sa baba or sa pinakadulo po. So, kinakailangan po natin silang i-cite in order for us to avoid plagiarism. So I hope this helps for a short meeting this day. And I'm hoping that you can submit your proposal for the betterment, of course, of our school. Yan. So I'm hoping na sana makapag-submit po tayo lahat. Right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.